Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Taz from Take It Outside. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're returning. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate your support. That said, if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and if you like and comment on this video, you get entered in for my giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway at 300 subscribers for an Icon 52-piece set. Completely free to you, no purchase necessary. You just got to follow those 3 simple rules: like, comment, subscribe. All right, super simple. You have to do all 3 to be entered in. Once we hit 300 subscribers, I will do a live. Winner will be announced there. I will notify the winner via comment, and it is up to you to get a hold of me. If you go to my profile or whatever, you can get my email right there. I'll also start leaving my email in the description as well. It's super easy. takeitoutside67@gmail.com. Anyways, moving right along, in today's video we got something a little bit different, something that we've never done on this channel before, but something that I am very, very excited about. We are doing an unboxing and a gun review of probably the most anticipated gun for 2026, the Canik Prime Radian. I don't know how I got my hands on one, but got my hands on one. I have it. I own it. I bought it. It was a wild ride for those last couple of days. If you've been keeping up with my Instagram, you can definitely see how excited I am about it. But I'll also leave my Instagram link down below as well. I post on there occasionally, primarily stories and stuff like that of what I'm currently doing. But yeah, we've got the Canik that we're going to go over and unbox. We are going to unbox the new-ish Canik Mechanic M04 red dot sight. I've also got the brand new Buckknife 112 Slim. So that's pretty cool too. So we've got a lot going on today. We've got these unboxings, going to do a quick overview of them, and then we're actually going to go up to my local range and we're going to go shoot the Canik. And I'm going to give you a very average guy response on the performance of the Canik, because let's be real here, we can watch all the YouTube videos that we want, but a lot of these folks are either influencers, or like, ex-military, ex-law enforcement, or like that's what they do is, shoot and do gun reviews. I'm just going to give it to you down and dirty, plain and simple, of how I feel as an average consumer and what you can expect as an average consumer. Alright, so we've got the brand new buck knives. .112 Slim. This is also arguably one of the most anticipated knives as well. Obviously, this I've opened this up and I've played around with it. So there's some fingerprints on it, stuff like that. But yeah, this thing is nice. I've actually carried it for a day and kind of forget that it's there. Still got a little bit of weight to it, but that profile is nice. It's a Magna Cut steel. You can see right there, I shaved myself with it the other day. I don't know if that'll focus or if you can see that. Very, very sharp. Very slick blade. Super, super happy about it. I'm not a knife nut per se. Also in the box, you know, you get the message from the family and stuff like that. Natural markings let you know, like, hey, this is actual, you know, wood and stuff like that. It's probably not going to be perfect. Yada yada yada. And then obviously, you know, warranty, stuff like that on the back. Nice magnetic case. Really nice quality stuff here. But we open that to open this. As I said before, this is the Canik MO4. This came out January of this year, I think, 2026. And this is their Advanced Tactical Enclosed Reflex Sight. So, cool thing, it's got the 3 MOA where most of your circle and red dot reticles are going to be 2 MOA. I like the little bit bigger dot. I originally was going to get a 6 MOA red dot, however, did a little bit of research and some folks made some really, really good points of, you know, this is my first optic on a pistol. Super excited about it, but obviously I'm going to need to practice and train. And one of the benefits of having the circle is if, you know, you go to draw down and your red dot isn't fully aligned where you need it, you can probably catch the edge of this circle and it'll help you acquire your target a little bit better. So yeah, that is ultimately why I went with the 32 MOA circle with a 3 MOA dot. A couple specs here. It's got an external light sensor. I'll show that to you. We've already discussed the 3 MOA dot with a 32 MOA circle. Brightness control, IPX7, shock resistance, fully enclosed optic. That is that was a non-negotiable for me, was the enclosed optic. Sweat a lot, you know, stuff like that. I don't want anything getting in and covering up the actual projectile, whatever, the thing that shoots the light, the emitter. There we go, the emitter. It does have a solar panel on it, so it takes solar panel and a CR1620. That is good for 50,000 hours at low, but you've got that solar power backup. Parallax free. It's got a concave face to it. It's supposed to be made for, you know, racking on things and stuff like that. I don't know how beneficial that actually is, or if it's just actually gimmicky. You've got a manual on and off with 10 brightness settings, 8 of those being daylight, 2 of them night vision, and it's a true co-witness, and I'm pretty sure this has the shake awake feature. Got to double check on that. If it doesn't, I'm actually going to be kind of sad about it. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. How that just like pedals open like that. Pretty cool packaging here. I don't know what this is, what this little emblem is right there. User manual. Got a nice microfiber cloth there. Got a pretty cool tool. Canik does a really good job of making sure that you've got, I don't know if you can see the branding right there, that you've got everything that you need. Looks like we got some flatheads, some Torx bits, little Allen. So yeah, this is probably all going to be proprietary to this light, which is cool. Oh, that's awesome. They do provide you with the battery already. That's super nice. Alright, so just to go over a couple of the features that I had missed earlier. This is 7075 aircraft grade aluminum. So that's basically going to be, you know, like your Holosun or something similar to that. It's probably going to be the hardest and most durable aluminum aside from titanium. If you want something stronger than that, then you typically go up to titanium. A couple of the features, as I did mention before, it is motion activated, so that's sick. Super pleased with that. I also wanted to mention that the reticle itself, and I'll just show you this in the book here. So you've got the inner circle here, that's your 32 MOA. But these little crosshairs right here, I don't know if you can see that. Those little crosshairs right there, those are actually going to be 36 MOA. Do with that information what you will. It probably won't make that much of a difference on a pistol. This claims to be pre-zeroed from the factory, so I guess we're going to see how accurate that is. Alright, so this is what everybody's been waiting for. This is the Canik Superior Firearms Prime Radian. Obviously, right off the bat, initial thoughts, super nice case. This is my first Canik, so kind of curious and excited, and you know, all the things, especially, you know, whenever you get a new firearm. But right off the bat, bang for the buck, this is probably hands down the best that you get. Obviously, you know, I've been messing with this for the last couple of days. I just have not shot yet. My local gun ranges have been closed. So, first and foremost, outstanding quality on the provided box that you get here. This is just some quick reference guides right here. So you get disassembly of the firearm. On the other side is the assembly. Right here, this tells you about the tool that is included, that I will go over here shortly. And it's actually kind of cool because they, in, you know, whenever it talks about mounting reticles and stuff like that, they mention the MO4, even though this is a fairly new optic. So this is basically just saying, you know, use the M3 screws included in the optic box of the Canik MO4 and the Mete MC9 pistol family. Do not use the M4 style. So, as I shown before, there was two different sized screws that are included in the box with the Canik. This is just saying like, hey, use these, not these. So that is just like warranty and, you know, receipts and stuff like that. And as I'm sure most of you have seen already, here is the box. So right up here, you've got a couple extra back straps. If you, for whatever reason, do not like the Radian back strap, they give you a couple extra sizes. As you can see right there. Oh, looks like this one is a little bit bigger than this one. It's got a little bit more of a, I don't know, bevel or something like that. You get this little guy right here. I don't really know what this is, but it's included. So I haven't really found the purpose of that. Gets you a cool little trigger lock, stuff like that. Just throw on there if you really want to. Obviously, you get another magazine. Obviously, you get another magazine in here. This is in my truck. And then your little ammo reloader. I've never really used these, but hey, it's free, it's included. Moving right along. Yeah, we'll go over this. So, you do get a holster, and before we start messing around, stuff like that, yes, there are bullets in this. We are safe and clear, but I could probably even show you. You do get an included holster. Super nice of them to give it to you, especially if you just want to take this out of the box and start immediately carrying. Comes with, you know, a decent enough clip, and it gives you a wing as well, which is super nice. However, this thing is pretty loose. Let me see. Yeah, like that's, you know, and again, okay, so we do have bullets in here. Look how much easier it is now. See, that's it's nice that they include it. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to sound like a spoiled brat, but maybe an option that, you know, is actually, you know, where you can tighten this down, because these screws right here, all they really do is screw into here, and then this screw right here is kind of what holds this together. This isn't Kydex. I think it's just kind of like a plastic, but nevertheless, it's an included holster. It's free. It comes from factory, so it, you know, you can't really complain too much. But as you know, and if you're anything like me, I'm sure that you have done your research. So you've got the Radian ramjet barrel with the Radian afterburner compensator, Radian backstrap, Radian flare magwell. Super nice. You get the tritium sights. These are probably my most favorite sights that I've had on any factory pistoli. But everybody, again, I will show you, we are free and clear. Everybody talks about the trigger. Nice wall, bang. Even better reset, bang. Super nice. To take this apart, it also has a loaded indicator on the back, which is new to me, but pretty cool nonetheless. All you gotta do, obviously, disengage your trigger. From there, all you have to do is pull down on these little tabs. There's a tab right here, tab right here. Slides forward just slightly, and it comes right off. That was something a little new to me. Obviously, I'm used to most firearms sliding all the way off of the front, but it's just a little dunk, boom, and you're done. Internally, this spring right here apparently is tuned specifically for this barrel and compensator. It's a dual spring. So you've got your much larger spring, your smaller, more durable spring. You've got your afterburner barrel with your comp right there. And then you've got this little key right here, which is actually what takes off of the comp. You cannot take the barrel out the front like you may think. We will throw this back on there. And then I went ahead and lubed everything up. But to throw this back on, you just gotta kind of line up um, about right there. It goes over more specifically in the manual, but you just throw them on these little tabs right here. You can kind of see the little notches right there and right there. You just line those up, boom, and then you're in. But this is the Radian Gray with the bronze. My favorite colorway. I've got all black everything else. So this was super nice. But talking about that spring, you can kind of see how easy it is initially to pull that. Like, I'm not giving much force right there to bring that back. But then once you hit that, we'll call it a wall, obviously that spring gets much more harder. But yeah, super nice. Get the sides for you there, boom. I like them a lot. Let's see what else. Obviously double undercut here, boom. You got a little pick rail right here for your lights, and then obviously this is Optic ready, which we are about to throw on the MO4s, the MO4 Optic. But just real quick, I actually found this out, kind of just messing around with this up underneath here. Got a couple more tools. You got a couple more spots for some magazines, and then in here, obviously, you got a little cutout for your optic once you get one in there. But you got a punch, which is actually like a pretty solid punch. Then you've got for your dry swabs, like so. And then you've got your brass scrubber, cleaner, brush, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. And then there's also some more cutouts here. I'm not entirely sure what they're for. I'm sure you get some more goodies if you were to have gotten the included optic, which was the Onyx C, I believe it was. But yeah, hang around. We are about to throw on the new optic. All right, they've made it a little bit harder than what it needed to be. But what I found was all I did was push this over to the side a little bit, gives you a little lip. You can pry it from the back, and then obviously shimmy it off. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. All right. Anyways, go ahead. Oh, this thing is like real tight. Boom. Fits on there nice and snug. I do wish that this was just a hair, well, I guess it is pretty flush to the slide, but this just little back piece right here. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, throw that in there. Let's see what these are. I think these are 10s as well. Yep. So these do come from factory with red Loctite. So take that with what you will if you want to add more or not. And then this little inch-pound torque wrench, birchwood KC. You could find these just about anywhere. But I'm gonna go ahead. It's already set to 15 inch-pounds. Snug it up there. Snug it up there. Just gonna slowly go back and forth. Oh, there we go. Good. One more. Boom. And boom. All right. So That is the Optic install right there. So this is what we're looking like. And whenever we go shooting, I went ahead and turned this off. Whenever we go shooting, I'm actually going to be using the irons initially, just so I can get a feel for it, see how I like it, and then we will attempt to get a good zero on the red dot. But initial thoughts, really nice. And just kind of guesstimating, I think, like I said before, this is going to be just a touch to the right based on where the red dot is lining up to the front post of my sights. But we'll never know until we get out there. So the range opens up at probably about another hour and a half. So we'll be making our way over there very shortly. Hey, what is going on, guys? We are a couple days after we went to the range. Got a little bit busy after the range, so I was not able to make a closeout to this video and kind of my final thoughts, if you will. Obviously, I want to shoot this a bit more and get proficient with it, and may revisit another video down the road. But that day we shot probably around 320-ish rounds, and we only had one misfire, and it was a soft strike. That said, shooting super cheap ammo and old ammo. I've had this ammo since like COVID times. So one misfire out of 320 rounds of old cheap ammo, I'd say that's pretty good. The clip that I showed before with I'd say it's probably about a 2-inch group. I didn't measure, but that was at 7 yards using the iron sights through the co-witness of the Canik red dot here, and just to show that we are clear, nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber, clean and safe. The shootability of this gun, I can't speak enough about it. Super flat shooting. I found that my follow-up shots were a lot quicker. Obviously, I'm taking my time. This is a new gun. I hadn't shot a pistol in probably well over a year, if not 2 years. So it's been a hot minute since I've shot pistol. But and that speaks volumes in and of itself. To have that shot group and not shooting a pistol in nearly 2 years, if you're a new shooter, you would feel extremely comfortable with this platform here. The remainder of the day I was messing with the red dot, and let me tell you, that is a learning curve in and of itself. I'm actually going to go to a class and kind of get taught up on, proper shooting with a red dot, but super excited nonetheless. Now, talking about the trigger of the Canik, everybody talks about them. And I'll be honest, I had dry fired a couple TP9s, I think it was, or something like that. The subcompact carry gun, and that gun I was not impressed with whatsoever. Dry fired a Mete MC9 Prime a few months back, and that was actually what I was going to buy. Shout out to my boy who sent me this on Instagram a couple days ago because I had never even heard of this pistol. And shout out to Range USA um, for having them in stock. I just got super lucky. Um, but the trigger on this thing is absolutely amazing. It's everything that everybody ever talks about. Good, steady take up, you hit your wall, and then boom, clean break. You get a nice reset right there, and it's nice and tactile. I absolutely love that. Not only can you hear it, but you can feel it, and you're right back on that wall again. Boom. Nice clean break. Boom. Absolutely love this thing. So believe the hype in the Canik triggers for sure. More so the new stuff, I would say. The comp and the barrel. This is the first time ever shooting a comped pistol, and as I mentioned before, I feel like that truly attested to the follow-up shots. Very flat shooting. Not, in my opinion, not very flippy at all. This thing is a dream to shoot. Absolute dream. I love this thing. I love the way that it feels in my hand. It is everything that I want in an everyday carry pistol. The back strap is super nice. I love the textured grip right here. If you're anything like me, you probably know all of the specs on this. The profile of this, I think it's a inch, 1.6 inches, so just a little over an inch and a half wide. But you're getting 17 rounds, dude. That's bonkers. That I don't know how they do it, but hey, they do it. So you know, just the feel, and I mean, I've got I wear I'm in between like a medium and a large. I've got wide hands, but they're not very like long and big, and this thing just fits my hand absolutely perfectly, and it just flows. You know what I'm saying? It's just there every time. Let's see, what else? Barrel comp, we talked about that. Trigger, I do like this flared magwell. I feel like it helps get my hand choked up, and then obviously, the double undercut here, that's super nice as well. You get a lot of bang for your buck from factory out of this package here. I think the Afterburner and the Ramjet is like what, $300-400 depending on what platform you go with, and the MC9 Prime is like what, $600. So you're getting double the value out of an extra 250, we'll say $300 if you're going with the Radian. Your biggest issue is trying to find one. As I mentioned before, I got super lucky. But this is just your average consumer, average shooter. Um, this gun makes me want to shoot more. I think I'm actually about to join a range membership just so I can shoot more. I was looking at bulk ammo before I started filming this. But if you're on the fence about it, dude, just do it. If you can find one, do it. It is everything that they talk about. Now, if you can't find this, I would say that you would be happy with the MC9 Prime. Um, I would assume that Radian would come out with the Afterburner and the Ramjet for the MC9 Prime. Um, but if you can't get your hands on one of these and you're impatient, I still recommend the MC9 Prime platform. But if you're lucky like me and you get your hands on one of these, you're going to absolutely love it. It's everything everybody's ever talked about. I just wanted to come on here as your average guy and let you know what it's like shooting if you're not a professional shooter, if you're not a YouTuber or an influencer or somebody who has just an abundance amount of money that can just run through ammo or has a sponsorship and their job is to just come through and shoot and review guns. I wish I could get there, maybe. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. Can't wait to get my new holster. I'm going to start shooting a lot more. So maybe some more content on that. But that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry there wasn't that much shooting content. I didn't want to be that guy up in the range with a camera and stuff like that. But yeah. Canik Prime Radian. Go get you one.